Ontario Premier Doug Ford is threatening to get rid of speed cameras if municipalities don't remove them first.
They should take out those cameras, all of them. If you want to slow down traffic at school, you put the big, huge signs, big flashing lights, crossing area, people will slow down.
The Premier made these comments following 16 speed cameras being damaged in Toronto. So why does the provincial government want them gone, and are there better alternatives? Here to answer that is Matty Mediwake. He's the director of the Infrastructure Institute at the University of Toronto. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Have you ever been nailed by one of these speed cameras yet, Matty?
I was last year on my street, actually. They put one in to slow people down. People were speeding up my street. It's kind of a small arterial road. And I got dinged kind of right outside my home. And it's meant that I've never done that again. And it was a lesson learned. You only need to learn that lesson once.
Well, that is the goal, we understand, of these speed cameras. But what are the reasons that the Ontario Premier is giving for wanting municipalities to remove all of them?
Well, the Premier is suggesting that the speed cameras are a cash grab, that really they're nothing more than a tax on motorists. And this Premier has been laser focused on reducing the cost of driving. But what we know is that speed cameras really make the roads safer. The stats show that speeding is reduced, that collisions are reduced, even fatalities are reduced. So this is an important part of the overall package to make our roads safer. And we know that in Canada, about 2,000 people are killed on the roads every year. It's a really high toll that we're paying, and it rips apart families and communities. So this is one measure that can be used to help slow people down and make our roads and communities safer.
You know, Premier Ford was once a city councillor. He knows well the money that these speed cameras bring into city coffers. So if he's asking municipalities to remove them, is he willing to give that money to municipalities from provincial coffers?
I actually think the money argument is the wrong way to think about this. Sure, they bring in money, but the point is safety. And the goal would be that they bring in zero money because no one is speeding. And everyone has a choice. If you don't want to get dinged, just slow down. As I mentioned, I've learned that lesson the hard way. I've tried to slow down. Part of this is about how we've designed our roads. Many of our roads are designed as small mini highways, and they make you feel like you can go way above the speed limit. So the real solution is to try to bring in traffic calming measures, but that's been politically infeasible. So in the absence of that, the speed cameras tend to work, and I think we should be trying to use all measures to try to slow people down because the safety benefits are really huge.
One argument that comes up a lot is why not use alternatives like speed bumps, for example? And if that's not the way to do it, what other alternatives could there be to these cameras that provide both safety, you know, that they're supposed to? So people drive the speed they're supposed to on those roads.
You know, the most unsafe roads are our arterial roads, kind of the secondary roads that are mini highways, often in the suburbs. You're not going to put speed bumps on there, but you can have other traffic calming types of measures. You can bring in stoplights. You can also narrow the lanes. That tends to work. It's all about the visual cues that make people feel like speeding is appropriate. But what we know is that speed kills. Even going 10 kilometers over the speed limit, if you're in a collision, that can have a huge impact, both for motorists and certainly for pedestrians or cyclists or other people on the roads.
What about signage, Matty? I know that there's a complaint that, you know, the speed cameras will grab you, but if they're really concerned about people speeding, make it really obvious, like those signs that are on the road that say you're going too fast or reminding people of the speed limit. Why not use those?
So I was looking into this because I was a bit curious, and actually those signs do work. They actually slow people down a little bit, but it can be fleeting. People kind of get used to it, and then the benefit kind of dissipates over time in some cases. So really, that's part of the measure. We should be bringing them in. I think it's appropriate to also sign where the speed cameras are going to be so people know they're there. It's not a trap. It's not a trick. Really, this is about safety. And we could also ring fence the money so that the money that's raised is used only for traffic safety and road improvements. And I think that would also be a way just to build confidence in our community that we're not just trying to tax people or grab cash from them, that really this is first and foremost about road safety.
Well, this is a debate not going away anytime soon. Matty Mediwake, great to have you talk to us about it this morning.
Thanks for having me.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.